lobbies, and weird hellos. The 25th BET Awards kicked off, and TikTok comedians were shaking. Kendrick Lamar showed up, scooped a stack of awards, and had Kevin Hart and Kai Cenat looking real nervous.
Oh, that's Kendrick! Nigga, that's Kendrick? What the f***? Oh, my back hurt.
When Kendrick walked by, they avoided eye contact like they saw something flying at him.
I'm just trying to get a photo. Yo,
How you doing, How you doing, bro? You good?
That's a trophy out.
Hey, left with three trophies.
Just a stiff, awkward hi. Hilarious. Those two usually cling to celeb lobbies like squirrels on a tree.
You got it, Seth.
Druski! Oh, hold on! You know good. You is.
Boy, you fresh.
No, you fresh, right?
With the watch on.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on, bro.
What you doing here, what?
I want to be seen.
That's your move. Oh, you a move, boy. Hey, what you doing here, boy?
What are you doing?
What you doing here?
Now let's break it down. Kai, Kevin, Kendrick, the little kings of the night. But first, smash that like and subscribe button like you're locking in. It's been forever since the BET Awards felt this wild. Honestly, nobody was paying attention until Drake said, "Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone give him a Grammy now." Since then, every show's felt like a tribute to Kendrick. I used to think the BET Awards were older than me, but nope, they're the same age as Kai Cenat. Fitting, since he was running around live streaming like an excited kid the whole night. Back then, BET Awards were the go-to. Hip-hop and R&B were the stars. Unlike the Grammys or AMAs, where it's all Taylor Swift and pop radio leftovers, BET actually gave real artists their shine. Lately, though, kinda quiet. I hadn't heard anything big from them in years. But this year, they stepped it up. Kevin Hart hosted, Kendrick Lamar won 5 awards, just like at the Grammys, and the performances had some strong nostalgic vibes. Before we jump into all the Kendrick moments, we gotta talk about the stage. It used to mean something to perform at the BET Awards. You had to earn your spot. It wasn't just a random lineup like it sometimes feels now. These days, it feels like they'll let anybody hit the stage. The biggest name performing this year? Carti B. And not because she's a legend, just because she's the most current star they had in the 2025 lineup. The rest of the show leaned heavy on throwbacks. They brought out Ashanti, Jim Jones, Keisha Cole, T.I., Bow Wow, B2K, and Jermaine Dupri for a 106 in Park 25th anniversary moment. Mariah Carey and Lil Wayne performed too. Wayne's set we'll get into soon. There was a Quincy Jones tribute and a mix of Babyface, Ludacris, Tank, and even T-Pain. Snoop Dogg got his own medley, and Kirk Franklin brought some gospel heat. It was all very nostalgic, which says a lot about where music's at now. Or really, where award shows are. These used to be the biggest nights in music. But let's be real, nobody's watching cable anymore. The BET Awards, the Grammys, they've been struggling to pull people onto their platforms. Most folks just catch the highlights on YouTube or Twitter now. Fewer people watching award shows means less cash in their pockets. And with a smaller budget, they can't book the biggest stars anymore. Honestly, if BET just live-streamed the whole thing on YouTube, Twitch, or Amazon Music, they'd probably pull bigger numbers and bigger names. Cable TV in 2025 just isn't cutting it anymore. Look at Kendrick's pop-out concert. It was huge. Artists lined up to be there, and part of that was because Amazon Prime streamed it live. That streaming deal brought in real money. It wasn't just about ticket sales. Platforms paid for the exclusive rights. BET could be doing the same exact thing, but they're still stuck in the cable era. If award shows want to survive now, they gotta move digital. But here's the thing. They're also leaning hard on nostalgia. Whether it's the BET Awards loading up on old-school performances or artists remaking hits from 20, 30 years ago, it's like no one's pushing anything fresh. So real talk, who's really making noise right now besides Kendrick, Carti, Doechii, Sexy Red, and Kai Cenat? Even if BET had the budget to bring in big names, who would they even call? Who's hot enough to actually pull in a crowd these days? Sad to say, but Kai Cenat might draw more views than most rappers performing at the BET Awards. That's wild, but it shows how the culture's shifting. It's not even just about music anymore. Creators like Kai are the main attraction now. Yeah, it might sound like we're going off topic, but this is part of the bigger issue. Music's kind of stuck right now. There aren't enough artists really shaking things up, and it shows. Award shows are clinging to either nostalgia or just a couple huge names like Kendrick or Carti to carry the whole event. But hey, it worked this year, because we've got a lot to break down. Starting with Kendrick Lamar officially breaking records again. He now holds the title for most BET Awards by a rapper, 37 total. That's way ahead of Jay-Z with 25, Drake with 24, Kanye with 19, Lil Wayne with 16, and Cardi B with 14. And get this, when you look back at the Best Male Hip-Hop Artist category, the lack of variety is insane. It's been the same few names winning over and over for years. Back in the day, the BET Awards actually switched it up. 2001 was Jay-Z, then J. Rule, 50 Cent, back to Jay. After that, it was like a ping-pong match between Kanye and T.I., with Lil Wayne jumping in, then Drake popping off. But once Kendrick dropped Good Kid, M.A.'d City, it all changed. Suddenly, it's just been Drake versus Kendrick every year. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle broke the cycle in 2019. DaBaby and Lil Baby had their quick shine in the early 2020s. But since 2022, it's been Kendrick non-stop. 2022, 2023, 2024, now 2025. Same two names dominating the scene. That's what we mean by no variety. In the 2000s, you had a full rotation. 50, Wayne, Ye, Ja, Hov. Now, just the same faces year after year. As for Kendrick's wins this year, he cleaned house, again. Took home Album of the Year for GNX, Video of the Year for Not Like Us, which also won at the Grammys, by the way. He also bagged Best Collaboration with Mustard, Video Director of the Year alongside Dave Free, and of course, Best Male Hip-Hop Artist. And honestly, he earned all of it. GNX is a serious contender for Album of the Year at the Grammys too. I can't think of a stronger project in hip-hop right now, or even in music overall. Kendrick's in a league of his own right now. Honestly, GNX might be the best thing to drop in all of the 2020s so far. Sure, Mr. Morale had more depth, but GNX? The replay value is insane. It just hits. But last night wasn't just about snatching trophies. Kendrick had a little moment with Druski and Kai Cenat that had everyone laughing. Now, if you didn't know, these two are huge Drake fans, like top-tier OVO loyalists. Not throwing shade, though. Druski's hilarious. Easily one of the funniest dudes online right now, and his skits are always fire. But man, there's something weirdly loyal about how these streamers and comedians cling to Drake. Maybe it's nostalgia, or maybe there's some behind-the-scenes deal. Who knows? Anyway, we're gonna get into both Kai and Druski's reactions, because things definitely got awkward. It started when Kai was live streaming the show and suddenly realized Kendrick Lamar had pulled up in the building.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yes! 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 Yes!
Yo, the air conditioner.
Crazy! Kev, your room big as
Hey, man, settle down in my room, man.
What?
Oh, doing all that noise and in my room. Now we're about to do some crazy Close the door. Everybody close the door. Lower the volume. Everybody chill out. Huh? I just need to show the chat how I got control. That's important for the chat to know it. I'm serious. Chat.
This was Kendrick's first BET Awards appearance in nearly a decade. Now look at Druski's face when he spotted him. Pure shock, like he just saw a ghost. Kendrick didn't even have to say anything. The energy in that room shifted fast. You could see the fear on Druski's face. Dude looked shook. These award shows aren't that big, so if he and Kai are running around live streaming all night, it's only a matter of time before they bump into Kendrick. And let's be honest, Druski definitely didn't want that smoke. He's been glazing Drake heavy on the gram, so facing Kendrick? Awkward. Side note, this part came after recording. But it's gotta be said. Everyone's asking, Kendrick showed up, where's Drake? Folks think Drake's acting too elite for the BET Awards now, but I'm gonna actually defend him on this one. Last time Drake showed up was like 2012 or 2013, right after that messy club fight with Chris Brown. At that BET Awards, they gave out an award for Best Collaboration. They announced Chris Brown as the winner, but then Drake had to walk up and accept it. Turns out, he was the actual winner.
And the winner is Chris Brown. Look at me now. I'm sorry, Rihanna. What's my name?
Okay, this is awkward. The winner is Drizzy Drake. Come on over here, Drake. Congratulations, Drake.
Well, this is awkward. Young Money all day. OVO XO, your girl at my next show. Hey.
But the show mistakenly called Chris. Now here's the kicker. The song Drake won for, a track with Rihanna, who was literally the reason behind that fight with Chris in the first place. Wild, right? After Kendrick picked up his mountain of awards, literally, dude couldn't even carry them all. He dipped backstage with a whole crew helping hold his trophies. And then, boom, he walks right past Kai Cenat and Druski. And the tension? You could cut it with a knife. No words, no eye contact, nothing. Kendrick kept it moving like they didn't exist. Kai, to his credit, gave a respectful nod. He even said in a Billboard interview that, even though Drake's his boy, he had to admit Kendrick won the beef. Props to him for keeping it real. But Druski? Man, his face after that was priceless. He looked stuck. And it's hilarious, because in Drake's diss track Push-Ups, he claimed Kendrick was begging Kai for support, trying to use streamers to beat Drake. But from the way Kendrick and Kai acted, it's obvious. See, they've probably never even spoken. So what was Drake talking about? So after Kendrick made his surprise entrance, he ended up sitting right in front of Kai Cenat, Druski, and Sexy Red. Now, SSA's been on Kai's stream a few times. They're cool. So when she goes to hug him, she turns around and casually asks, "Do you guys know Kendrick Lamar?" Kai plays it smooth, gives Kendrick a dap, says what's up. But Druski? He just stares.
Hi. How you doing? You good?
Do y'all know each other?
Yeah, I just met him backstage.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Hi.
What's going on? Yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Appreciate you.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You're wonderful.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Every day I get happy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, sister.
That's all that is.
By the way, thank you again for doing that last time. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Really think highly of you.
Thank you so much.
And your life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You bring me so much joy.
Thank you.
And I love kids, and I feel like you bring the kids joy.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hey, you good? You good? What up, Druski? How you doing?
Doesn't say a word. It's the awkward eye contact between him and Kendrick that had everybody dying. Like, you could feel the tension. And if you missed Kendrick's reaction, Punch from TDE made sure nobody missed it. He posted the exact moment on Instagram. Kendrick's face when SSA turns and introduces him? Cold, like stone-faced silence. Hilarious but tense. What's weird is, Druski's never really been messy in public. He doesn't come off like the type to pick sides heavy, and we barely see him with Drake like that. So ignoring Kendrick in that moment? Kinda unexpected. Some folks say Kendrick looked salty, but if you watch Druski's face when he notices Kendrick, he's not looking too cheerful either. Druski's usually goofy, always smiling. Not here. You can tell something's off. And here's the best part. When Kai says what's up and Druski stays quiet, you can hear Kendrick say, "You good?" Then someone off camera replies, "If guys keep playing around, don't worry." That voice in the clip could have been either Dave Free or Ray V. And side note, I love that Kendrick's still tight with the TDE crew. He was sitting right next to Ray Vaughn, who's got crazy potential. Hopefully Kendrick's helping him out, whether it's with features, mentorship, or just giving solid advice. Ray Vaughn's even said Kendrick gave him guidance during that Joey Bada dollar beef, so it's clear he's already playing big, bro. Honestly, Raven and Doechii both would level up fast with Kendrick in their corner. And yo, here's another clip of Druski literally running away from Kendrick.
How you doing? My boy? My boy? What up, Druski? You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch?
Smash.
Smash Bros? I'll beat you. Alright, gang. Chad, does anybody have the Nintendo Switch? You're not even a Nintendo Switch type of Nah, me neither, I ain't gonna lie. But I heard it was like crazy though. I heard it was crazy, bro. Wally. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him.
Wale.
Wale? What he do?
Rap.
Oh, word?
Lotus Flower Bomb is on or something?
Oh, shit. Wale. I smell good.
Like I said, it's not just him acting off every time Kendrick's name comes up. There's this other dude, an Instagram comedian named Bendadon, kind of a Timo version of Druski, who had a moment too. Kendrick's music starts playing, the girl next to him starts vibing, and this man immediately jumps to shut it off. People always joke like, Kendrick's music scares the hoes. But let's be honest, the ones getting shook are the OVO fanboys. That girl was clearly enjoying the song, and dude shut it down just because it was Kendrick. But anyway, here's Druski and Kai suddenly real quiet when Kendrick's around. Not the same energy they usually have online. Something about Kendrick's presence just turns the room ice cold, and some people clearly can't handle it. You know how they always pan the camera to someone's face during a performance? Imagine just vibing in the crowd and then, boom, massive camera right in your face. Awkward doesn't even begin to describe it. That's why it's actually dope having streamers at these shows. Not only do they bring major hype, but they give you a raw, behind-the-scenes view you never get from the polished broadcast. You see the chaos, the big cameras, the backstage madness, the real vibe of the room. It strips away all that overly edited award show magic and gives us something way more real. Now let's talk about Kendrick actually winning Album of the Year for GNX. As he walks up to grab that trophy, the crowd's on their feet, standing ovation, clapping, all that. But one group? Not standing. Yo Gotti and his CMG crew stayed seated. That's Moneybagg Yo and the rest of them. And it's not just a random moment. Yo Gotti used to be tied to Cash Money around the same time Drake was blowing up. There's even old Drake lyrics hinting he almost signed with Gotti early in his career. So maybe there was a reason Yo Gotti and CMG stayed seated. Who knows? Anyway, Kendrick grabs the mic for his speech, tells everyone to pull up to the GNX tour with him and Sexy Red, and raps it with some chill words. And since Kendrick had just won 5 awards, Kevin Hart came back on stage joking like, "Man, you've been winning all night. We can't even carry this stuff for you." Then we gotta show some love to Wale. He posted about Kendrick's big win, and that hit different considering what happened with his award show experience years ago. If you missed it, Wale was just on the Joe Budden podcast telling a wild story that stuck with him for over a decade. Back in 2013 at the Soul Train Awards, Wale said he was supposed to win for Love-Hate Thing. Behind the scenes, they even told him, "Yo, you're about to win this one." But when it was time for the televised moment, they announced Kendrick Lamar as the winner instead. Twitter went wild after this story popped off. If you didn't know, ever since the whole Drake versus Kendrick beef exploded, fans have been split into 2 extremes. And both sides, straight up doing the most. And before we dive deeper into Kendrick, can someone explain what's going on with Young Thug? Like, why was he on the red carpet in a full mask, flipping people off? Didn't even show up inside the venue. This was supposedly his first appearance at an award show since getting out of jail. But between the strange behavior and the mid-music he's dropped since, something's off, real off. I'm low-key nervous about what Young Thug's got coming, same way I felt about Carter 6 with Lil Wayne. It's hard to know what to expect, but that's a convo for another video. Apparently Thug told Kai and Druski he didn't want anyone seeing him, which explains the mask. Still weird vibes though. Now, Kevin Hart hosted the BET Awards, and honestly, he killed it. He's always funny, and when he brought Kai Cenat and Druski on stage, that trio worked. They even introduced Playboi Carti together. This just proves why streamers are running 2025. BET needs people like Kai to boost their ratings. And let me vent for a sec. This whole video I made for y'all, I got hit with 12 copyright strikes. All the clips from the BET Awards shut down. Kendrick's speech, gone. Anything directly from the broadcast, blocked. But all the Kai Cenat clips, those stayed up just fine. No issues there. That right there tells you everything. BET is still stuck in the past. They're out here trying to police YouTube content like it's 2009, like, hello? Get on Twitch, get on YouTube. Nobody's watching cable anymore. I spent real time clipping this content for y'all, and now I gotta redo half of it because BET won't catch up with the times. I could only drop 10-second clips from the BET Awards in this video, cause yeah, they're crazy strict with copyright. What they don't get is, those short clips actually help their show go viral. We're the ones starting convos about Kendrick's speech, the funniest moments, the wild stuff, and they're out here trying to block it. But hey, we're still gonna break it down. Kendrick was cracking up every time Kevin Hart clowned Druski. So yeah, there's clearly some playful shade flying backstage. Then Kevin joked about how every artist was dying to land on Playboi Carti's album. Pretty sure he was sneak dissing Kanye with that one. Cause let's not forget, Ye went on Twitter rants trashing Kendrick for being on Carti's project while he got left off. He even said, if you like Kendrick, you don't like real hip-hop, and that Kendrick and Carti don't even mix. Wild claims. Now we gotta talk about Carti's performance. I'm a fan. His new album? Easily one of the best rap drops of the year. And that 2008 Lil Wayne energy he brought? Loved it. From the chaotic fits to the iced-out diamond lollipop he was sucking on mid-performance, dude went full rockstar mode. Respect for going bold with it. Someone on Twitter said Carti's out here sucking for sport, not even for flavor. And honestly, that kind of sums it up. There's a real issue with what Playboi Carti's been doing lately. Yeah, the kids love the chaos, the energy, the rage, but let's be real, this man cannot perform. During the BET performance, he didn't even try to lip sync. He just let the track run and tossed out random sounds like it was a warm-up session. No effort to actually rap or connect with the crowd, just pure noise. And here's where it gets messier. He was performing a song that people already exposed as having AI-generated vocals. Not just tweaks or effects, full-on AI voice. And this isn't the first time he's done it. Multiple tracks now. Yeah, they sound clean, sure. But at what point do we ask, how low are we setting the bar for top-tier artists? Is it cool to hop on stage, stay silent, and let tech do all the work? Are we okay with AI replacing raw vocals if it sounds better? Kanye's been doing it. Now Carti's doing it. But where's the line? Let me know in the comments. Would you rather hear a polished AI version of your favorite artist? Or do you want the real voice, even if it's rough? Because this could be the start of something way bigger. Drake fans instantly started screaming, "See, Kendrick's an industry plant!" They twisted Whale's story like, oh, the award shows gave Kendrick the win just to make him look good, even though it was Whale's award. Total tinfoil hat mode. OVO courtroom conspiracy energy. But here's the thing, Kendrick fans weren't innocent either. A bunch of them came hard for Whale on Twitter, throwing shade and bullying him online like it was a team sport. And let's be real, Whale's always been a little sensitive when it comes to social media, and it's hurt him over the years. Remember when he stormed into the Complex offices because he wasn't ranked high enough? That ego has held him back, no doubt. J. Cole even broke it down in that track False Prophets, putting Whale's whole career in perspective. The talent's always been there. He's a great rapper, but the emotional side gets in the way. Anyway, both fan bases were doing way too much, and eventually Whale cleared it up. He admitted he misremembered the whole Soul Train Awards situation. No shady business, no rigging, just a very old memory getting twisted up in the moment. Twitter exploded after that story came out. Ever since the Drake versus Kendrick drama blew up, fans on both sides have been going off, and it's getting weird. Drake stans instantly flipped Whale's story into a whole conspiracy. See? Kendrick's an industry plant. They claimed award shows rigged wins for Kendrick just to prop him up, even stealing awards from guys like Whale. Wild take. But OVO loyalists ran with it. But Kendrick's fans weren't saints either. They went hard on Whale, dragging him online and clowning him like he had no reason to speak at all. The hate was non-stop. And let's be honest, Whale's always been a little too reactive on social media. It's hurt him before. Remember when he barged into the Complex office back in the day over not being ranked higher? That moment kind of defined how his egos clashed with his come-up. Even J. Cole broke it down in False Prophets, saying Whale had the talent but let his emotions block his shine. Both fan bases were doing the most, no question. Eventually, Whale cleared it up himself. He admitted he messed up the story. Said it wasn't that deep. No foul play, no rigging, just him misremembering something that happened over a decade ago. Still, it shows how fast fans turn a rumor into a full-blown war. Isn't it kinda strange how every rapper goes to Kai Cenat for promo now? Drake even name-dropped him in diss tracks during the Kendrick beef. But here's the wild part. Kai doesn't even know who Whale is. Like, how are you the go-to promo guy in hip-hop and not recognize a major name from the last decade? Sure, Whale hasn't been on fire in recent years, but let's not act like he wasn't huge in the 2000s and early 2010s. If you look at that 2010-2015 run, Whale had legit hits and full albums that charted heavy. At one point, you could argue he was top 5 of his class, right alongside Kendrick, Cole, Drake, and maybe Big Sean, A$AP Rocky, or Meek Mill. So for Kai, who's 25, not some clueless teen, to mispronounce Whale's name like he's never even heard of him. That's just weird. Even Kai's own chat was calling it out in real time. And yeah, Whale responded and got a little dramatic, but honestly, can you blame him? That's gotta sting. At least Kai knew who Lil Wayne was. I'm still disappointed Lil Wayne didn't go all in for Carter 6. That one felt rushed. Maybe the Super Bowl stage wasn't meant for him, but lately, he's been showing us he's still got it when it counts. Respect where it's due, and honestly, the BET Awards this year earned some too. This was a solid way to honor 25 years of hip-hop history. Betts always had legendary moments, and I miss the ciphers the most. Like, why did Red Bull have to be the one carrying the cipher wave these past few years? Why not BET? Why isn't Big Tigger hosting again? Where's Funk Flex at? There's still so much potential here. These classic voices in hip-hop can thrive again, but only if they move with the times. Put that content on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. These platforms would elevate those legacy brands big time. Let's stop pretending Kai Cenat and academics can be the only voices pushing the culture. They enjoy the music, yeah, but Kai didn't even know who Whale was. If the goal is to reach the youth, and it always is, then do it where they actually watch content. Bring back 106 and Park. Bring back Rap City, The Basement. Just drop it on the platforms this generation lives on. Show these kids that real hip-hop never left. It just switched screens. And speaking of channels, thanks for tuning into mine. If you're still watching, hit that like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the BET Awards and what you want to see next. Catch you in the next one.